Story time. Yes. Listen, I'm going to talk about how I made my first 10K day trading from home and I lost it all. I'm going to explain how I lost it. And also, I'm going to just share some lessons that I learned because I learned a lot just from that. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, 2008. This is when we had that financial crisis. The crash was going on, right? If you don't know what 2008 was, a crazy real estate crash. Before 2008, right, you can actually get loans. I believe it's called stated loans, and you didn't have to prove any type of income. I remember when I went to the bank, right, because at the time I wanted to invest in real estate because I was trying to, figure out what I wanted to do. This is before me day trading. I was just trying to figure out. I knew for a fact I wanted to be an investor, but I didn't know anything about day trading. That was just later, right? So I went to the bank. They approved me for 500 and I think 90 something thousand, right? And guess what? I didn't have no job. My credit score was probably like high fives, low 600, right? And I probably had only 5,000 to my name. That was it. And I went to another broker. They approved me for $700,000. Okay, so I was going house shopping. I was looking to buy a property to invest. I wanted to have an investment property so I could have rental coming in, whatever the case is, right? Good thing I didn't buy it because at the time I wasn't really financially I wasn't stable at all. So yeah, back then it was crazy, guys. Anybody could have got a loan. It didn't matter if you just graduated from college, you could have got a loan. If you just came to the country, you could have got a loan. And when that happened, eventually that way of giving out loans is going to catch up to them because some people are not going, well, actually, most people are not going to be able to pay back their loans because they don't have enough money. Okay, so that's why everything went downhill. People couldn't pay mortgages, a lot of foreclosures like crazy. So fast forward to 2008, right? This is actually when I was like a year in day trading. And basically the market was crashing like crazy because everything was going down the drain. A lot of people couldn't pay their mortgage. So a lot of foreclosures going on. Banks was just going out of business. They had to bail out a lot of banks in general. A lot of big banks had to get bailed out. You're talking about Bank of America, Chase, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, a lot of these companies, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, right? And I remember Lehman Brothers went out of business. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So at that time, the market was volatile like crazy. We talk about like ups and downs. It was just moving like crazy. So I'm like, all right, I'm looking at the market, right? And I was trading the futures. Okay, the same, I trade futures right now. I trade NASDAQ, right? So I was trading futures and I was looking at the market. I realized at 10:30 a.m. every single day, guys, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, or I wouldn't say exactly at 10:30, but around it. I would say 10:30, around 10:40, 10:50, around that time, the market would reverse, right? So I'm like, I'm noticing that. I was like, you know what? Okay, that's going to be my strategy. So Monday comes around. Guess what? 10:30, the market started to reverse. I was looking for maybe a double top or a lower high, and I would get in, right? Or I just look for some type of reversal, and I would get in. So Monday, boom, I made money, right? I was like, oh shoot, this thing is working out. Tuesday, boom, make money. Thursday, Friday, making money. So I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my account. I'm like, yo, I just doubled my account, man. I'm looking at 10,000 right now. So I get a message from my account manager. Back then, I forgot the name of this company. I don't know if they're still around. I believe it was Infinity Futures. I'm not too sure they're still around. But you had a actually account manager where you can actually talk to someone, right? At the time, we was talking via Skype, right? And we would chit chat. Sometimes, like if I needed something, I would hit him up, like, listen, I have a question about this. Everything was via Skype, right? So I remember he hit me up. He said, bro, you're doing really good. And he said, I suggest you withdraw some profits out of your account. And, I said, all right. But back in my mind, I'm like, please, I ain't withdrawing nothing. Please, I'm gonna grow this account. I ain't withdrawing nothing. Please, I'm big dog, right? So that's how I felt. I was like, yo, listen, I ain't withdrawing nothing. I'm gonna grow this account. I'm gonna flip this joint up. Bro, I was just like, whatever, because in my mind, bro, I'm like, man, I can't believe, I just flipped my account to 10K. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm about to buy this. I'm about to buy that. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm about to move out because at the time I was living with my mom's. I'm like, I'm about to move out. I'm about to wild out, bro. I'm about to just go all over the world, bro. So that was my mindset. I was like, yo, I figured it out. I figured this day trading thing out. I figured out, and at the time I didn't have no job. So I'm like, yo, this is it. this is what I wanted to do, and I wasn't trying to look back. So next week come around, right? Monday, lost money. Tuesday, lost money. So I'm losing every single day. I'm like, yo, what's going on? The market's not acting the same. So I'm like, whatever. So I lost half of my account. So I kept trying to use the same strategy, losing some more money. So the next thing I know, boom, I blew my whole account. My dreams was crushed. I'm like, I can't believe this. I thought I was going to travel the world. I thought I was going to buy this, buy that. I thought I was going to move out. All my dreams was crushed. And I started to realize, like, man, first it gave me hope. Like, okay, I could actually make money from it. But also, it's like, all right, it actually humbled me a little bit. And also, it let me know that day trading is not easy. Okay, I had to really put in a lot of work. So let me give you guys 9 things that I really learned from that whole experience. The first thing I learned was to pay yourself. Pay yourself, man. That guy, he told me, yo, listen, bro, pay yourself, and I didn't listen. I didn't listen at all. I should have paid myself, because paying yourself, number one, it makes trading real. It makes it, it makes the whole process real. You can see money coming in, like, okay, wow, I'm actually getting paid from it. And also what it does, it allows you to have a safety net. Just in case you do something silly, you still have some money on the side to put back in your account, okay? But yes, you definitely need to pay yourself. So that's definitely one thing I learned. The next thing I learned was back test more. Okay, I didn't back test that strategy. I mean, I probably saw it maybe for a good week. I'm like, man, I noticed that the market is reversing around 1030, 1040, 1050, and believe it or not, you still see that pattern happen to this day, but it doesn't happen every single day. And this is what you have to realize. And I should have back tested more to realize, okay, what was really going on. So my back testing wasn't, it was only for like a week, and that's it. Usually when I back test, especially now, I back test a long time. I go back, years. But I mean, if someone asks me, what's the best, way to back test, or not, I wouldn't say best way, but how long you have to back test. If someone asks me that, I would say no less than 3 to 6 months. If you could do 6 months, do it. If you could do a year, that's even better. Me personally, I go ham. So I try to go back 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, even 8 years back, because think about how much confidence you will have knowing that you would go back 7 years and still seeing your strategy working. Okay, so you will have a lot of confidence. So me personally, I like to go deep. You probably don't have to go deep as me, but that's just me. So yeah, back testing more would definitely, I learned I had to do that. So the next thing I learned from that experience was have multiple strategies. Okay, I only had that one strategy, and if you're trading NASDAQ like me, that's only one market. You have to have multiple strategies. You can't attack that market just doing one thing every single day, because that market doesn't behave the same way every single day. It doesn't. So that I was using a reversal strategy, and the next week the market changed, and all of a sudden I'm trying to use a reversal strategy, and the market's trending up. So having multiple strategies will definitely help you understand the market much better, and will definitely help you trade different market conditions. The next thing I learned from that experience was don't quit your job unless you're ready. Okay, I wasn't ready. I didn't have no experience. I didn't like my job, so I just quit it. But I thought I had something, but I didn't have anything. So me personally, don't quit your job until you have something rock solid. Also have money to the side, because you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Too much pressure every single day. You come into the market, you're like, man, I gotta make money because I gotta pay this bill. It's like too much pressure. So having a job on the side, believe it or not, guys, is definitely a beautiful thing. Even if it's a low paying job. Like me personally, I was doing low paying jobs like Uber, things like that, where I can actually control my own hours. But yeah, so not quitting my job, and actually having a good record before I quit my job. The next thing I learned from that experience was have a better take profit method. My method of taking profit was just basically, take a trade and hold, until the end of the day. Okay, so that was what I was doing. I was just taking that reversal trade and then holding mainly at the end of the day. Okay, maybe a couple hours before the market closed or whatever case is. But yeah, that was my exit strategy. I didn't really have a strategy at all when it comes to exiting the market. I was just holding until almost at the end of the day. That was it. But yeah, having a better exit strategy where it's a little stricter. Maybe I exit at a support area or a resistance area, or have a fixed target like a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, things like that. So definitely having a better target. Now, the next thing I learned from that experience was, stop trading after losing half of your account. If you lose half of your account, that means something's wrong. Something is wrong, guys. Something's wrong. Stop trading, go back on demo, take a break, whatever the case is, and don't force it, because I'm telling you right now, it is what it is. If you lose half of your account, you're doing something wrong. So me personally, I was forcing it too much. And I should have just said, you know what, let me stop. Let me see what's really going on. Next thing I learned was avoid trying to grow the account too quickly. Okay. I was in a rush. I was trying to grow my account, and I realized that's not sustainable. Okay. Especially if you're new, that's not sustainable. You can't keep on growing your account fast, fast, fast. Eventually, you're going to risk too big and you just blow up your account. So me not trying to grow up my account too fast, too quickly, definitely I would put that on the list. The next thing I will put on the list is listen to people that are more experienced than you, okay? If they have more experience than you guys, listen to that person. That person, my account managers told me, listen, withdraw your profits. What are you doing? You have enough profits right now, withdraw your profits, and go from there. Guess what? I didn't listen to him. I didn't listen to him because I thought I knew it all. And you will see a lot of new traders go through that process. You would tell them, listen, don't do this, or try not to do this, or whatever the case is. And they would say, yeah, yeah, yeah. And guess what? They will still do it because they think they got it all figured out. So learn or just listen to people, especially if they have more experience than you. If they're trying to tell you something, listen to that person, because most likely it's probably going to be right. And last thing I learned from this, guys, is, dissect your losers. When I lost half of my account, I should just say, you know what, let me see why I'm losing. I wasn't really trying to see why I was losing. I was just trying to force it. I was trying to make my money back, right? I'm like, man, I just had an account that was around like 10K, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get back my money. I want my account back to that amount, but I was forcing it, revenge trading, and I wasn't really studying my losers. I wasn't trying to dissect the losers, trying to figure out why I was really losing, and that really hurt my trading. So if I had to go back, definitely one of the things I would look at to see why I was really losing. So that's my story, guys. I had to share this with you guys because, I never shared this story before. Back 2008 was crazy, guys. The volatility was crazy. It was just nuts. A lot of money to be made. Man, I wish I had the experience that I have right now back in 2008. I mean, a lot of money to be made, especially when the market is very volatile. But it is what it is. You learn from mistakes, and just move forward. So that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to learn how I trade, link in the description. I have a discount going on. And if you have any questions, comment below, because I try to answer all your guys' questions. And until then, talk to you guys later, and have a great day.